Hey, quickly before the video starts proper, I just wanted to say thanks for all the comments and advice about the city and the channel. It's really appreciated, and all your comments and likes plus subscribing are really helping out. I'm always happy to hear your ideas and advice. I'm not quite sure why, but some very successful LEGO YouTubers seem a little thin-skinned when they get feedback, but I'm loving it and really enjoying the channel being on this journey with all of you. Anyway, on to the video.
Hello and welcome to Baseplate Reviews. Today we've got a bit of a city update for you. So last time out I was saying that I wanted to build a raised section of the city over here to the west side, and it would be out here behind that, and I wanted this to be a Chinatown section of the city. So I'm going to be going through building some of my Lunar New Year sets that are down here, and I've just built the Creator 3-in-1 noodle shop. Not that they would go in the city exactly like that, have to be heavily modified I think, but a good basis for a Chinatown section. But as I think that's going to take a little while to do, I was talking about building trains around the edge of the city, at least as a temporary measure, and I've worked out how many plates I'll need for that. So from here, the blank space, across to the bookshop, so just there, it's 5.5 plates. Also be 5.5 plates at the back behind the diner and the museum, so 11 plates. And then to go from the bottom up to the top, we're talking about 7 plates, so 18 plates total. It doesn't sound too bad, but when I've checked my pile of plates, which already have kind of tiles and studs laid down for track to go on, I've only got 10 of those, plus in terms of base plates that are unopened and haven't already been built on in anticipation of kind of modulars, mills plates and stuff, I've only got one green one there, so we're looking at 11 plates. I don't really want to put the track on the blue or the white. I've got some white plates underneath that green one. So I think we're going to have to make a bit of a trip to the Lego store. I'm saying that, I mean I could pick them up from pretty much anywhere, but we're planning on heading up to Calgary tomorrow anyway. So I think I'll pick up a few plates from there, maybe see whether that plus something else can qualify me for gift with purchase. But on top of that, got had some good advice from viewers around how to potentially build up a raised section without having to go super expensive, and that's by using the IKEA Lego boxes, which I already have 3 of. They are out here, so outside of the Lego room, and I've got one there, there's one just in behind there and one down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get those set up with a gap between them, so for a train to go through, and see what that looks like. I think I'll need some kind of facade, but I'm going to get that set up now. So for those of you that haven't seen this product before, these are the IKEA Big Lego boxes. They are real Lego. I know the Swedes and the Danes working together is different, but they are hollow boxes where you can store your Lego and also build stuff on top. I'm sure very much thought of with kind of kids in mind and playing. Now I would say that they're completely within Lego system, and they kind of are, a bit like base plates kind of are. As we know, base plates don't clip onto studs, even though we've got these bits underneath them. But you can see that these, certainly these size ones, are exactly the same size as a base plate plus another few studs at the end here. There's not actually 1.5 base plates in terms of the lengthwise. That's actually, I think, comes up to 44 studs lengthwise, which is 4 studs less than one of the big grey base plates that we actually have just there. But the reason I say they're a bit like base plates in terms of them being within the system is just like the base plates. We look at the bottom here, they do not clip onto a base plate. That isn't necessarily a problem because they can sit just themselves down like that, and they are exactly 12 bricks high, so long as those bricks are sitting on a base plate themselves. So if I place this here, then it's exactly the same height, and I can clip this on like that. So yeah, they are within system, but I can't have them sat on another base plate, otherwise the heights start to go out of whack, and it's more than, you know, a base plate is less than a plate thickness, so just need to be cautious there. Now what the kind viewer suggested is that, and they showed what they'd done in their city, is actually having these IKEA boxes sat like this. Apologies, this one is sat on a plate, but you know, that's just it for now. And that means that with this gap in between, we'd have this covered over, and I can show that just there. So effectively a tunnel. If we grab one of the trains, I know it's not sat on tracks here, but we can then have trains passing through underneath, like so. I've placed the noodle shop on top of the box here just to show how this would work. So it does build straight onto it. I'd want to build a plate down on top of the big leg box, most likely, because I wouldn't want it to be a white kind of paving. So it'd be tiles and plate, and then the buildings on top. And the other thing that I think would need to be done is certainly some kind of facade on the front of the IKEA boxes so that that white isn't showing. Like I say, this idea was given by one of the viewers, Louise, so he actually sent a couple of pictures which hopefully I can include here, and he's used one of Brick Artisan's kind of designs for a facade, tweaked a bit to match the height of these boxes, and that's the kind of thing that I'd potentially want to do here. Probably something on my own design for the facade, but a really good idea and makes your city a lot more unique and actually looks like a city rather than just some buildings sat on top of IKEA boxes. So I've measured the boxes, and these are the 13 3/4 inch by 10 inch ones, so length and width wise. And I think that what I'd need is, I've got 3 of them, I think I'd need another 3 to make this work. So to go exactly parallel to these ones with the train going up through, like so, straight through the tunnel. And what I'd need for these also are some half base plates, because I can't have those boxes sat on base plates, because then, like I say, it just becomes out of whack with the system. Now I actually do have some other base plates which I'm just going to grab, because if they're inside the tunnel it probably doesn't matter what colour they are. So what I've got are some blue base plates, and I can put these down right now. Like I say, because they're inside the tunnel, or would be inside the tunnel, that would save on having to get full base plates, but they don't quite go the whole way, so I might need just one more half base plate than that. The half base plates are, although you can't buy them in shops, in stores, they are available on lego.com and actually pretty reasonable price. So if you're ever considering cutting base plates to form half base plates, I would always suggest actually just go on lego.com. As long as you do an order over a certain amount, then they're very reasonable. Working out the measurements for what this would be if we did go for the 3 boxes and then 3 boxes up the side, plus half base plate width in between, we'd be looking at 132 studs by 80 studs of raised platform, which I think would be a plenty big enough space for a really substantial Chinatown section and maybe something else as well. In terms of cost, these boxes are 30 Canadian dollars, so 3 more boxes would be 90, plus I'm still going to need a few base plates, full size ones, which come in at 10 Canadian. So we're looking at just over 100 Canadian dollars for the kind of structure for this. So anyway, that's the plan as it stands. So probably a bit of shopping that needs to be done. Anyway, I did what I said I was going to do, and we went up to Calgary on Saturday and picked up a few base plates. So there's 6 of those from the Lego store, plus 3 of the Big Lek IKEA boxes just there. And also, as the pick and brick wall, or pick and build wall as they call it, was pretty good, I got 3 boxes of those. Now these are 22 Canadian dollars, and 1 box is just full of trees, and I will show you how many of those I got in a second, but that is very quick and easy way to add a bit of kind of foliage around the train track, so I was very pleased to see those in there. The other things that I saw were actually a load of these kind of support pieces, which I think are going to be good for where I need to build a more hollow structure rather than using the Big Lek boxes. That's alright where I've got more space, but at the back of the city here, I am only going to have 1 base plate worth of space, and I'm going to want to build up there. So those kind of structures I think are going to be pretty useful. There's a load of candlestick pieces in there which are great for kind of architectural design, and also a load of the rock pieces for facades and the like. And there's a few kind of clip pieces there as well. More of the same pretty much in the other box. So as you can see, I've got this all stacked pretty well in there. It's always worth spending a bit of time trying to stack. Now these don't look like they were stacked, but I promise they were in order to close the box. And actually, like I say, I'm going to show you just how many I managed to get for 22 Canadian dollars. So to show the value you can get if you do use the pick and build wall at Lego, these are the small spruce trees. Now I looked on lego.com for these and they were going for 94 Canadian cents, which means I need to get about 23.5 in order for it to be value for a $22 box. I've got a few more than 23.5, so just to show you just how much value you kind of can get, I will just put all these out in a quick speed build just to show you how many of them I've got there. So after that we can see there are 9 rows of 9. My basic maths suggests that's 81 of the trees, which would come in at $76.14, which is pretty good. I mean, if we divide that by the $21.99 that the big box would cost, I mean, we're looking at 3.5 times, just under 3.5 times value, and that's just on those. There are other parts that you can stack a lot better. So if you do see bits that are in the Lego store on the pick and build wall that are actually, you need them, I would say it's one of the best value ways you can actually start building out your collection, certainly for parts. I'm pretty pleased. It was definitely something that I was looking for. So with all these pieces and the extra base plates plus the Big Lek boxes, I should have plenty to crack on with the project. Hopefully you've enjoyed this kind of update. I haven't actually really done the building, I'm just talking about what we're going to do, but it's been really good to kind of get input from people who are actually watching the channel. It genuinely is appreciated, so if you've got any comments and stuff, I do try and read all of them and respond to all of them, and I really do appreciate it. If you like the video, please do leave a like, and if you're not subscribed already and you've enjoyed this or enjoyed other videos that I've done, please do subscribe. It really helps and just gets the videos out there to more and more people. Like I say, I'm just trying to bring you guys along for the ride and help me build up this city into something which is a bit more impressive, a bit more unique. I know I've got a few modulars there, but we'll try and do some of the custom mods, mocks as well. So yeah, let's keep it going, and as always, be good.